Hey everyone, my name is Hirni. I am 28 years old. I am a lecturer by profession and the proud mother slash sister of 5 indie dogs. So I am doing this video with a purpose. See, I recently got out of a prolonged period of anxiety disorder and depression, and the fact that I am over them after so many years has given me the courage to speak about them in public. And one thing that I have learned from my recovery is that self improvement will always be the best investment you can make. So I have decided to challenge myself with tasks that I always wanted to do, but I did not, simply because I believed that I could not do them. But now that I know I can, I have decided to film them so that my embarrassment can become public. And along with that, I have a slight hope that it will, even in if in very little amount, will encourage many of those who are probably suffering right now and they believe that they cannot. And I want to tell them that you definitely can. So I had written a post on Facebook asking my friends what should I talk about, because I really want to keep doing videos despite the fact that I do not have many necessary equipments right now, because I want to get over my camera shyness and self-consciousness. I become really self-conscious speaking in front of the camera, and I think I want to get over them. And at this point I should also clarify this, that I'm doing this because I want to. So, and if you are an introvert and you do not like speaking in front of the camera or do not like speaking in public, you do not have to forcefully do it. I'm doing this because I want to, not because somebody pressurized me or because I think I should because of what others are doing. So ever since I came out about my depression, many friends, relatives and acquaintances have reached out to me and they were concerned about me, and I think probably it's the best that I speak about my former health issues only. I'm really overwhelmed by all the best wishes and all the love, and I want to tell you that I'm perfectly okay. I'm diagnosed to have been fully recovered from whatever issues I have had. See how self-conscious I am. But I have decided to not reshoot it anymore because that has already taken a lot of time. Anyway, one question that people kept asking was that why did I had the depression and how did it occur? So I think it started from 2014, and actually more than depression, my anxiety has troubled me a lot. And it started probably when I was pretty young. Probably I think I wasn't even 13 then, but I'll come back to that later. So my depression started in 2014, and we did not know it was starting to turn into depression by then, but I did notice some changes in my health. Like, for example, I was in continuous fatigue, and I had always been a morning person, but I could not wake up early, and I would sleep almost all the day, and yet I could not sleep when I needed to. So in 2015, it was pretty serious in the sense that I continuously kept feeling not well, even though things were going pretty well, career-wise, in my personal life. And so we saw a psychiatrist who said that it did not really have any reason. It could have been my which I guess it could have been my insecurities, that since things were going so well, I would do something and mess them up. And one would think that this is a really silly reason to be suffering, but the truth is I did. And anyway, so by 2016, I think early 2016, I realized that I had to just get over it. And when I decided that I had to and that I could, things just started going better. and I realized that medication can help you, and I'm not speaking against medication, but you it really depends on you. You have to take charge. You have to take responsibility for your action, and by taking responsibility I do not mean self blame. It's just that you have to realize that your anxiety or depression or happiness is not dependent on others, what others are doing, but how you are reacting to them. And as soon as I realized, things magically just started getting better. I also started believing in the power of universe. And by the way, it is totally my personal view. You do not have to follow every word or believe every word. I'm talking about what helped me. So by 2016, I was pretty much out of what was bothering me then. In 2018, I started feeling a little stagnant. I was not happy where I was, and I decided to see a therapist. And I think that is one of my best decisions ever. I found a really good therapist who also happened to be my friend. And usually it is not recommended that you go to a therapist who you already know, but since I trusted him so much and I knew that I had to, it was all like a momentary thing. I was feeling low, and I texted my friend that would you mind if I come over and speak to you, consult you. And I just knew that it was now or never. If I did not go then, that day, right then, I would probably I wouldn't be able to do it ever again, because I would feel again lethargic, discouraged about finding a therapist and going to him. So my therapy brought unexpected results, and I am finally out of depression. I spoke about not wanting to reshoot the video, but I realized while playing it that the video had stopped midway, and I'm having to reshoot it after all. I guess that's why they say never. So coming to my anxiety, I think I've always been an anxious person. It's really difficult tracing it back to such early childhood, but the few incidents that I can remember are, one would be the day my grandmother died and I saw her body entering the funeral pyre as per tradition, and that was my first ever proper encounter with death, and it took a really heavy toll on me. I could not sleep at night for years. I would think my own death. I would imagine how it would happen, what it would feel like. I would contemplate the death of my loved ones, the death of anyone. Death was a very mysterious and traumatizing thing for me, but it got over with time. Another and I think more important thing would be the fact that I always felt a little left out during my childhood, just with friends. I think I was raised a little differently than the people I hung out with, and I think that made all the difference. So I always felt a little unaccepted, misunderstood, sometimes even cornered or bullied. And again, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm really over everything, and I hold no grudge for anyone. Or at least I would like to believe that. So I think the feeling of the insecurity about how I was appearing was always there, and plus I had developed social anxiety all the way. I think I had many different kinds of anxiety, and to be honest, it had troubled me a lot more than depression, and it has been an older friend than any of the mental health issues I had. I always kept saying that I do not bother with what people say about me. But the truth is, which I now realize, that I did always bother. I kept doing my thing anyway, but it did matter to me that how I was perceived. And now that I know that, I'm aware of that, it has reduced my habit of seeking others' approval to almost zero. One would expect that I would speak about my anxiety and depression more, but I don't think today is the day. I would much rather like to tell you that what happened now that I feel better. First of all, I feel really happy and fresh all the time. If you, for people who know me, who are seeing me every day, can tell the difference. The difference is that I can feel is that my skin has improved amazingly. I mean, I I just feel so fresh all the time. I feel really happy all the time, and it's not that I do not have any problems. Like right now, I am not feeling so well today because of the heat, because of this weather. But you can hardly tell. I mean, I guess that's the point of not being in depression or anxiety, that you are happy with whatever you have. Another thing is I feel really energetic all the time. The fatigue is gone. The I can again wake up early, and for things that I cannot do, I would always blame myself for not being good enough. But now there, I think all okay. I just feel so relaxed all the time. It's an incredible feeling, and I think it's not really difficult to achieve. It is, I'm not at all you know underestimating, undermining any of your miseries. It's just that once you do all this without having to give effort, it just all feels so easy. I would like to end this video on a note that is less awkward, so I should probably do it right now. I did not write any script, so I'm totally running out of what I have to say at this point, and but I think I should clarify something to you all as well as to myself. Ever since I wrote, ever since I announced that I would be making vlogs, I kept thinking about how to make them a little too much, and then I realized the purpose of me making videos is not vlogging but to get over my own obstacles, and so it will always be like that. I will not be doing, at least at this moment, random challenges that I do not want to do for the sake of making videos, but only the ones that I always wanted to do but I could not, like I said. And also I will try to worry less about how I'm looking, how I'm appearing, and how the videos will go. However, I would like to know your feedback on this video. I would like to know what topics you would want me to talk about. I would just love to hear from you. Bye.